cloning centers and cloning in general. Now, I'm also going to be talking about the real agenda behind this and why this is so important and why this has been kept a secret all along and why you need to know about this and really start to see what's going on. Now, rapper B.O.B. exposes human cloning and cloned celebrities. I've also done videos about him with the flat earth, but I really want to talk about cloning centers today, and this is according to the Afro Lounge. Credits to the Afro Lounge for this article, but it basically says that cloning has been public knowledge since 1997 when Dolly the sheep was cloned. Now, don't get it twisted, they've been cloning well before that. I'm just going to keep going. According to Science Daily, she was cloned at the Roslin Institute in Midlothian, Scotland, and lived there until her death when she was 6 years old. Her birth was announced on February 22nd, 1997. The sheep was originally codenamed 6LL3. The name Dolly came from a suggestion by the stockman who helped with her birth in honor of Dolly Parton. At least that's what they want us to believe, because it was a memory cell that was cloned. The technique was made famous by her birth is somatic cell nuclear transfer, in which a cell is placed in a denucleated ovum. The two cells fuse and then develop into an embryo. Now notice they're not telling you who is behind this cloning. Now, of course, they call it a conspiracy theorist, but they say humans have been cloned since the 1940s but was kept confidential. This is no conspiracy. This is true, and I'm going to tell you what the agenda is in a minute. But it keeps going to say the first cloned human embryo to be reported to the public was in 2013. Scientists say it's unlikely for the cloned embryo to develop into a human, but conspiracy theorists are not buying into it. They ask how the scientists are able to clone a sheep, but not a human. Well, what's the agenda? Let's keep going. A man named Donald Marshall, he releases some very, very hardcore truth, and I'm going to leave his website below, a link for his website that you should check out. Released a very detailed letter via the internet back in 2012 with claims that he was cloned as a child at age 5 and used as a song and sex slave. He makes claims that his clone would be beat and tortured to entertain top entertainment and politically powerful people. He also claims that popular actor and comedian Bernie Mac was murdered because he spoke out against the torture. What happened to Bernie Mac? Bernie Mac started seeing all the cloning that was going on, and because of that, he started to talk about it. He started to see the cloning centers and the cloning labs, and he kept saying, we need to get this information out there. But Steve Harvey was like, nah, bro, you ain't finna get this out there. So they had to turn off his chip. They had to kill him, basically. Yes, celebrities are chipped, and it's only a matter of time until they bring the chipping here. So it goes on to talk about Donald Marshall, but what I wanted to show you actually, if you can see them, and I'll leave a link for this below, but basically about B.O.B.'s tweets that he tweeted last December about cloning, and even in November as well. He says, notice a celebrity who had tattoos or piercings mysteriously vanish equals cloning center. When a celebrity in great health suddenly suffered a stroke, heart attack, or aneurysm, cloning center. Hundreds of kids go missing each year, cloning center. Every time you see a celebrity so-called randomly losing their mind, cloning center. Where I can think of 2 instances where that happened, where a celebrity randomly lost their mind. One, Britney Spears, when she was on with Diane Sawyer talking about Justin Timberlake. The second is when Tom Cruise was on the Oprah show back in, I believe, 2005. Hello, they are cloned. In order to even get to those levels and become a celebrity, you have to be cloned. That is true. And what most likely happens is either if they don't take you and kill you and make a clone out of you, they take you and place you under heavy subliminal hypnosis where you can't even think for yourself. I know this sounds crazy, but I'm going to tell you why they're doing this and why they are keeping it a secret from you. Now, it's no surprise that a mainstream media source like BET, another alphabet soup, would consider this and call this a conspiracy theory. Anytime that a mainstream media source calls something a conspiracy theory, that should wake you up to truth, because they are trying to cover up truth. And B.O.B. has been speaking about a lot of truth. You can watch my Flat Earth video, but for the sake of time, I'm going to keep going. It says, with his record label neglecting him and a new mixtape out, it seems that B.O.B.'s brain hasn't been focused solely on music. Bobby Ray indulged his 2.2 million Twitter followers, Slakia, and a round of cloning center conspiracy theories, well, at least that's what they want us to believe today, while everybody else was busy talking about the Grammys. It says, Every time you see a celebrity randomly lose their mind, cloning center, we talked about that with Tom Cruise and Britney Spears, hundreds of kids go missing each year, cloning center. I did a video on Queen Elizabeth and how hundreds of kids just go missing randomly.
Isn't that what I just said in my video yesterday?
Year around England and
This is
around
why I wanted you to see
definitely
this
around the
video now
Vatican.
that I just
Why
came across
is that?
today.
And by the way, your government plays a role in that too. CIA, FBI, they play a role with what? Human trafficking, child trafficking. This is nothing new. It also says when a celebrity in great health suddenly suffered a stroke, heart attack, aneurysm, cloning center. Who can you think of that? Michael Jackson. Oh yeah. Let's keep going. Notice a celebrity who have tattoos or piercings mysteriously vanished, cloning center. What is he trying to get at? Why is he even telling us this? Because he wants us to start seeing the truth, because there's a real agenda at hand, and because, like he even said in one of his tweets, he's going up against some of the biggest liars of all time. What are they lying about? You're about to find out now. Now, if you thought B.O.B. was the only one talking about cloning centers, think again, because Tila Tequila actually talks about it too. And she goes into detail about the government and how she was a clone as well. And in this tweet, she says, F the government is blasting me with frequencies again, my right arm just melted by. Now, to a lot of you, that might sound crazy. However, what does the government do? What does the government do after they clone you? Why do they even clone you in the first place? Mind control. They want to control your mind. They want to control you as a person. They want to control you so that you can follow their orders and be subservient to them. Mind control, slavery.
I talked about mind control. I talked about me being chipped. I talked about the Reptilians. Everything is in this video.
He's talking about the system.
I talked about the children that are going missing every year. People, wake up. Wake up, people.
Because that is what they do.
Stop worrying about the Kardashians. Stop worrying about your hair. Stop worrying about your appearance. Even your
subconscious. That is how they're doing it. But there's even something more nefarious behind that. You thought that was bad. It gets even worse. Then Tila Tequila makes this very startling tweet, which says, I'm the only celeb not afraid of the so-called the others, so I speak the truth. That's how I got killed.
That's what I call them, the others. These people don't belong here.
Why would Tila Tequila say that, just as B.O.B. does? Huh. Are you starting to see the agenda behind this? And then, of course, what does mainstream media do? They act like that they're crazy and that they don't know what they're talking about.
That's what they do. They make you look crazy when you stop bringing the truth out.
Are they like the Illuminati?
Mind control.
Also, how does one become a clone of themselves? Because they want you to think that cloning doesn't exist. They want you...
See what he just pointed out there? Somebody wrote under her tweet, who are the others? Are they like the Illuminatis? Also, how does one become a clone of themselves? So that's an example what he's trying to show you. That's what these people do. So when somebody hits the truth, you know, on YouTube or a tweet, either the post is taken down or they have people to respond to your tweet or your YouTube video to provide disinformation or to make others think that you are crazy. And this is what the media does.
You to think that these cloning centers and cloning labs don't exist. They want you to think
these
that the underground cloning centers are not real when they are in fact are.
I'm a targeted individual. These people are different. They are not like us.
Behind all this.
They are
what is
the
that
others.
Agenda? I'm going to tell you what
I'm not
it is,
crazy.
because you need to see what is really going on here.
You have to see what's going on. Wake up, people. This is what they are doing. There's a plan. There's an agenda.
It has nothing to do with cloning, but it's interesting because she says, remember when back in the days people just ate
way
like maybe
more
one
than clothing
for a week if they were lucky, and now everyone eats entire Walmarts. Why would she mention Walmart?
She mentioned
if you have not seen my Walmart video.
She mentioned Walmarts, okay? If you haven't seen the Walmart videos, look at them. They are now, the stores are empty. Empty. Just look, investigate. This is the truth. This is what the media and this is what your government don't want you to know.
And the real reason they are closing Walmarts, please do. Because that is what she is getting at here. Then she says, just shut up and take more vaccines and become even more handicapped than y'all already are.
Take the vaccines and become more handicapped than you already are, she states. People, do you think autism is just coming like out of no place? Do you think ADHD and ADD is just coming out of no place? These people are creating everything. People, wake up. Smell the coffee. These are the others. They are not like us. They have a different blood type and they are taking over because you are allowing them to.
See, you all need to understand the agenda behind all this, behind vaccines, behind these cloning centers. What are they doing? Mind control. What is all of this for? They are trying to control you in every single way that they can. Soon to enforce this RFID technology chip so that they can see.
I'm already chipped. I guess I was in experiments from birth. You'll hear me talk about that. I have no baby pictures. I never see my mother pregnant. My birth certificate is dated 2 weeks after when I was born. My family has connections with Canada. I went to a masonry camp when I was a teenager, a sleepaway camp. Something is going on here, and I'm not crazy. And mind control played a big part in me not realizing what is going on. That's what they do. That's what they do.
And control and monitor your every move. Because that is the
Monitor
only way
your
that they
every
can
move.
establish what? Tyranny. Just like
Tyranny.
World War II.
Like
Just like Stalin
yeah.
and Hitler and FDR.
Hitler.
Nothing has changed. Nothing was
Nothing
new under the
has
sun. But then she
changed.
talks about this. She says, in
The
2012,
Holocaust
after I
never
died, I
went
was
away.
replaced with the clone, aka me now, and was microchipped and was activated after the fallout of 2013 and 2015. Did you see what this says? Microchip. I just told you earlier, all celebrities are in fact chipped. In order to get to the level of Tila Tequila B.O.B. and some other celebrities, in fact, practically all of them, you have to be chipped, take the orders and direction from the government, and submit yourself to mind control. That is what you have to do. What you are looking at when you see celebrities, you are looking at their clones. You're looking at their synthetics. That is what you're looking at. And if you can't see it, then you have to see it now because there is a big agenda, and she even tells you what it is. Do you understand why you are all under mind control? Because if you were free to think for yourselves, you wouldn't be able to. If you were free to think for yourself, you wouldn't have to let your government think for you. If you were free to think for yourself, you wouldn't have to believe everything NASA tells you. And you'd be able to accept the flat earth even more. Like I said, I'm not trying to be facetious here. I'm trying to let you know, though, that there is an agenda going on. They put an illusion to make you think that you're free, to make you think that everything is hunky-dory, that you can think for yourself, when really you are subservient to the government and don't even know it, especially if you still watch the alphabet soups like CNN, Fox, ABC, CBS, because it's even been proven that they not only lie on the news, but they use propaganda in order to make you what? Think a certain way. Why would they do that? Mind control, because they want you.
That's my goal for making these videos, because everybody is under mind control. I'm bringing you different videos and different views. I'm going in one direction from now on because I know and I see what they're doing. So I'm going to be off the MK Ultra topic and everything else. It's the Reptilians, it's a different bloodline, the cloning, everything plays a big part in this. My goal is to make you think for yourself. Wake up, people.
To think a certain way in order to do what? Heed to their standards, heed to what they say, their controlled solution to their caused problems. And Tila Tequila has told you a whole lot of truth. And I will leave this link below so that you can come here and do the research on your own if you do not believe any of this. The only one. No, it's also Donald Marshall as well. He also comes out and admits this truth as well. He even backs up Tila Tequila's claim that she's a clone. And like I said, I'll leave the links below so you can check out this stuff for yourself. And he even talks about being held in a cloning station run by Queen Elizabeth and the British royal family. Are you starting to hear this?
Where all the children are going missing, people. Wake up.
And this even, according to Marshall, it says human cloning began around the end of World War II and allows human consciousness to be transferred between clone bodies, but it's a flawed technology and the minds of clones can be damaged. He was commissioned by the Illuminati to write modern hit pop songs, including tracks by Britney Spears, and she is also cloned as well. That's not the real Britney Spears who you are looking at. World politicians and entertainers gather at secret under... This one's important, and I'm going to highlight it, actually. World politicians and entertainers gather at secret underground military bases and watch gladiator fights among clones. They also engage in sex with the clones and torture them. That includes clones of children. Yes, this goes on. And I'm going to tell you what the agenda is. And it tells you right
This
here,
goes on.
the Illuminati
I'm
have forged an
100%. I
alliance
know
with
this
the
goes
ancient
on.
race of parasitic lizards, the Vril,
You heard him?
aka who? The offspring of the fallen angels.
What did I just talk about yesterday in my video? Now, I told you I may be wrong, but I'm always right. Okay? So everything I'm heading towards is right. I may be wrong about little things, but this is what's going on. Okay? So it says the Illuminati have forged an alliance with an ancient race of let's see, lizards. So basically the lizards, these people are lizards performing. They shapeshift. It's right in front of your eyes. They're being cloned. This is all being done underground with a big agenda behind it. So, if you have no interest in cloning, or you have no interest in these other bloodlines that are now taking over, wake up and have an interest in what the agenda is. Children are missing, people are dying, and coffins are ready for you. Which they don't even care that you know. Basically, I mean, they allow that to be out in the public. But cloning and these other bloodlines and satanic ritual abuse, nobody wants to touch on that. If somebody touches on that, the media and everybody will make you think that they are crazy, when in fact they're not. It's not a conspiracy. This is real. This is what's happening.
Yes, that's right. The Nephilim. Nothing new under the sun. This
Nothing new under the sun.
In the time of Enoch. This was going on even in the book of the Barashith or Genesis. Nothing new
this is
under
nothing new,
the sun.
But the churches won't teach you.
I don't want
They're involved.
To see it, but you can come see it for yourself as like a little surprise. And if you thought they were the only ones, think again, because yes, Nicki Minaj also comes out with this information of cloning. And this was recent, actually. This was just last week. But it says, Nicki Minaj makes bizarre tweet about cloning, #StopHumanCloning. And it says, on a hip-hop vibe, recently fans on hip-hop message boards have pointed out how strangely celebrities have been acting. See how they want to make it seem like celebrities are strange and out of their mind? No, they're starting to tell you truth, because they're getting tired of the government's nefarious agenda. They're getting tired of the so-called fallen angels, the Nephilim, the Vrils, the lizards.
I said this in my video yesterday. I just have trouble explaining it. But this is what's happening.
Now they're about to come out with truth, because that is what we're waiting for. But basically, several artists have made unusual comments on Twitter. There was plenty of discussion about how odd they're acting. They have to make you seem like that it's odd. I'm telling you what is going on. Mind control. They want you to think that this is all a game. Nicki Minaj always used being eccentric as a part of her style, but if she's currently upset, she has a valid reason to be. Her boyfriend Meek Mill is in the midst of beefing with Drake and 50 Cent, her label mate and a fellow rapper from her community. Can you see how they're trying to make the problem seem like she's like, oh, there's something going on in her personal life, so maybe that's why she's saying this. But what does she say? My tears have dried, and I know that no weapon formed against me will...
So basically, you hear what they're saying? So Nicki Minaj made a comment about this is what the media does. This is what the others do. Okay? This is what the others do. So she made a comment. She tweeted. She's talking about stop human cloning. And the media responded and says that because of her lifestyle, she is currently upset. So she has a valid reason to be, because her boyfriend Meek Mill is beefing with Drake and 50 Cent, okay? Her label mate and a fellow rapper of her community. You see how it's labeled there? So this is what the media does. This is what these people do. They make you they make the person who is coming out with the truth look crazy. This is what they do. They are also doing this not only with people that are coming out, they're doing it with the targeted individuals. This is nothing new. This is what they do. So the targeted individuals, you'll hear them say that the medical community is labeling them schizophrenic, okay, like they did to me. And I'm far from schizophrenic. And my children's ministry, foster kids, my own son, never had an ACS problem. And all of a sudden they want people to believe I became schizophrenic overnight. They're crazy. People know I'm not crazy, okay? I know the truth. I am a potential whistleblower. They had to label me schizophrenic. Okay? There's other reasons behind why they did it. Evil reasons. All right, so this is what they do. They make the person look crazy. So you're going to see in a second how she responded back.
There's something going on in her personal life, so maybe that's why she's saying this. But what did she say? My tears have dried, and I know that no weapon formed against me will prosper.
Searching for people who can relate.
Hashtag stop
human cloning.
What?
Okay? She put, I repeat, I know that no weapon formed against me will prosper because these people are demonic. They worship the devil. They are still sacrificing and they are not of the human race. They have a different blood type. Some of them are sick. There's the vampire disease. This situation is crazy, okay? But wake up. She responded back after that. She's searching for people who can relate. She's going through it. Stop human cloning. After my video, I'm going to show you a picture of John Travolta's son. That child, that innocent soul was murdered, okay? They murdered him. And he looks like a clone, possibly. He looks exactly like the father. Now, take it for what you want. It doesn't matter whether he was cloned or not. He was murdered, okay? That innocent child was murdered. I'm repeating it again. That innocent child was murdered, all right? These people want to kill me. Well, I'm putting the truth out there. That child was murdered, okay? Wake up, people. You're worrying about what you look like. Worry about this innocent child and all the other children.
Would she say that? By the way, I believe this tweet was deleted off of her Twitter because Twitter is censoring almost all these celebrities who are coming out with truth. Of course, Twitter is censoring. Google, they're all on your computer. B.O.B.'s page, they censored all of his flat Earth truth and evidence.
Flat Earth truth. We'll get to that another day.
The flat Earth. But you can't see it anymore because they censored it. You can watch my B.O.B. Illuminati Flat Earth video for more. Why am I telling you all this? What's the agenda?
What's the agenda?
Are you ready for the secret?
Listen.
Actually, Donald Marshall already told you. Virals, lizards, the fallen angels
are working
the fallen angels with your government
They're
right now,
working
even
underground.
As we speak, to do what? Mind control. To establish their new
world order. You think this is a joke? You better wake the fuck up, people. Okay? They are underground. I am not crazy. I'm telling you my history. I did a little background of who I am. Maybe I have to do just a video on who I am and why I came to these conclusions and what I'm going through. Maybe I just have to do a whole video on my personal life. I don't care what you know about me. I'll give my name. I'll give my address. I'll give my birth date. People, okay? I am here because there's a problem. Do you think I have nothing to do but sit here and make videos and try to figure out what's going on? Do you think I want to sit here right now and record this video? I'm having trouble putting it together to explain to people. I had to just make a video to show somebody else explaining partially on what's going on because it's way more than this. But this is what's going on. Okay, so the agenda, the lizard race. I said it in my video yesterday. I told you I may be wrong, but I'm always right. Okay, these people come from a different bloodline. They are working with, I guess, your government. He says they're working with the government. They're working underground. Okay, I know they're working underground. I told you in the past I never even spoke about it. I thought it was a dream, but the Greys, they were doing stuff. I don't know what they were doing. I only have a memory of Greys. I mean, I am chipped. There's no way these people know my thoughts. There's no way these people know everything I do. They know what I think because they repeat to me when I see them certain thoughts that I have in my head. And, I don't care, but there's an agenda. I don't care what they're doing to me. I care what the agenda is for the world. This is bad. They are underground. This is nothing new. This has been going on, okay? This is nothing new. But the agenda and everything is about to be revealed. And because everybody don't want to wake up and because everybody everybody don't realize Jesus is coming, and because you're worrying about what you look like, you're running around and worrying about your boyfriend, your girlfriend who's cheating on you, and you don't want to be alone, you want to be with somebody. No, you're idolizing these people. This is what the devil does. He causes confusion. People, wake up. Jesus is coming. These people are satanic. Should I repeat it again? John Travolta's son was murdered. Should I repeat it again? Children are missing. Should I repeat it again? They are trying to kill me. Should I repeat it again? This is not to install fear in you. Of course, people are going to die, not the children because they're innocent, but when adults come against the devil and satanic people, their life is going to be shorter, and that is a fact. However, it is your duty to get out there, and it is your duty to stand up. It is your duty to investigate. It is your duty to think for yourself and not allow your church and not allow anybody to put ideas or to make you think or mind control you or condition you to certain events and false flags and everything else that is happening. Wake up, okay? I'm doing this because I have to, not because I want to.
World order to establish what? Their kingdom, the Tower of Babel. You can watch my economics cover 2016 where they even put a tower on the cover with a man standing on top. But the only way they can do that is if they limit free thought. They don't want free thinking. They don't want you to think for yourself. They want to do the thinking for you so that they can fulfill their nefarious agenda. And they're working with your government right now in order to do this.
He said it, I didn't.
They have been working with Hitler in order to establish that nefarious space program, NASA, which has shown you all those lovely photoshopped images of planets, which you still believe are true. Anyway, but what else are they doing? Now they are about to establish their new world order and about to show and reveal themselves. And when they show themselves,
the
yes, the fallen
Antichrist.
angels, yes, Satan himself, you are going to think that they are out of this world. You're going to think that they're aliens. You're going to think that they have not been here before.
People are going to bow down because you're scared and you're fucking cowards and you don't want to realize what's going on.
There's a new world order. Because of mind control, and you're going to buy into it if you don't see the warning signs.
If you don't see the warning signs, you're buying into this.
The good thing is that judgment is even at the door. Satan knows that judgment is at the door. He even knows that his time is almost up. But what does he have to do? He has to keep you under mind control long enough so you don't start to see the truth, so you don't start to do the research for yourself, so you can continue to believe what your government tells you. Your satanic government, more than half of which
he said it, I didn't.
More than half of which eat, poop, and do other disgusting, demonic,
satanic things that they do.
More
Rituals.
than half of which are involved with the Illuminati. More than half of which participate in drug trafficking, human trafficking, sex trafficking.
They're pedophiles.
But you will never know unless you start to do the research on yourself. Seek Yahuwah and his true son, Yahusha, your Passover lamb, so that what? You can start to wake up. You can be delivered. Come out of her, my people. Come out of Babylon. I'm telling you, you are living in a dream.
You're living in a dream.
In a fantasy. It's time to wake up. Wake up fast, because time is running out. Judgment is even at the door. But hopefully this has been helpful for you. Hopefully you'll start doing the research on your own if you haven't. But yes, cloning is real. These cloning centers do exist.
Hopefully people can be woken. These cloning centers exist.
This is Truth Unveiled here. Shalom.
Okay. All right. So really quick, because I do have things to do, but this is what I have to do. I have to sit here and I have to show people, because you're being mind controlled to think a certain way. It is my duty, it is your duty not to let that happen. They're going to kill me? Fine. Okay? But I ain't going out like that. So, no, sorry. I ain't going out in fear. Yeah, they play on my emotions. I'm a female, gang stalking, emotional, they send people. The bottom line is, I will turn my cheek as Jesus did, and I have, and I will have no fear, okay? Look at John Travolta, please. Look at his face, please. Please look at him. Very good. See this man? Do you see a nice man there? Do you see a caring man there? Is he even human? Okay. Do you see anything behind that face of his? Let's look at a couple of more pictures here. Let's see if I could get this on big screen. Look at this guy. And I talked about yesterday with these certain bloodlines, blue eyes, red hair, okay, Norway, UK, US, I mean, the royals. These bloodlines are not a joke, okay? They are evil. Look at his face. Look at his face. I'm sorry. He is not a nice man, people. I know it is very hard for a human being to comprehend. A lot of people don't have senses that allow them to see the evil. A lot of people, your pineal gland or whatever it's called, you're drinking the fluoride in the water, makes it worse. I mean, I have the ability. I could tell, I know, that's it. Look at his face, people. Let's bring up a picture of his son who was murdered by this evil man and the others. Okay? So let's type in John Travolta's. And this is what I have to do. This is what I have to do. Okay? Because you people don't want to wake up. All right? You don't want to wake up. Let's bring a picture over here. Let's get a big image of this. I don't know if you could see. I have the curtain open, so the sun is glaring in a little bit. Here we go. I fixed the computer. Look at them. Nice, happy family, right? Does she have red hair, a matter of fact? I don't know. Look at that child. And apparently they said he had autism. These people made the autism, okay, if he really did have it. The Kawasaki disease, these people made that disease. These people made, should I repeat that? These people, the others made that Kawasaki disease. They gave that disease to that child, okay? How do I know? How do I know, people? From personal experience. Remember, I was born into this. They have that. Nobody knows where it came from. They have that disease. They gave it to that child, people. Listen to what I'm saying, okay? I don't want to get into how I know, but I know, people. I'm not going to come out. I may tell you ideas I'm thinking about, but if I'm certain about a fact, trust me, people. Just wake up. Why is it that you can't believe me, or you can't believe the false flags, or the camps, the FEMA camps with the coffins? Why is it that you can't believe what's about to happen, but you can't, or you do believe it, but you are hoping, living in a fantasy land? Look at John Travolta. Look at this man, and look at his son. Like a clone, right? Like a clone. Now, whether this child was clone or not, okay, he was murdered. All right? 100%, I am sure that this child is murdered. Okay? Matter of fact, I think he was murdered in the Bahamas. Let's take a look where he died, because I just said yesterday there's a connection with the Bahamas. I think it was the Bahamas. So let's type in, where did Jet Travolta, I think his name was Jet, right? Travolta die. Let's see what comes up. Bahamas, Freeport, Bahamas, okay? There's a connection with this Bahamas and these other people. How do I know that? Because I was born into this. The only other place my family ever left the country to was the Bahamas, okay? And Norway. So it's not only because of my connection, it's just that I have to piece the pieces to the puzzle together, because everything in my life wasn't a coincidence. Okay, so, I mean, the things were there right in front of my face, but under mind control, you cannot see it. Let's look up Anna Nicole Smith. Where did her son die? Where did Anna Nicole Smith's son die? Is it Anna Nicole Smith? Is that her name? Oh, Anna Nicole Smith. Her son, Daniel Wayne Smith. Nassau, Bahamas. Okay? Now here's something else very interesting. There's many people that have died. Let me show you something else very interesting. Where did Anna Nicole Smith die? I think it was that hotel in Florida, where that's the only hotel that my aunt would stay at in Florida. These people are the others. They are connected. They use these hotels, and there's a connection with the Bahamas, though, and I don't know what it is. Where did Anna Nicole Smith? And let me tell you something. John Travolta's son got his son cremated, and there'll be no evidence of murder. And even if there is evidence, these people are the elite, so the evidence would never come out really in the public eye. The public is you're being conditioned, and you just think, you're conditioned to the fact that these people are making sacrifices, but you don't realize you're the next sacrifice, people. You're stupid. Wake up. You are the next sacrifice. New World Order. Where did Anna Nicole, let's look up, where did Anna Nicole Smith die? I don't have time to sit here all day and talk and find out who else died in the Bahamas, but I know others who have died. I'm just showing you that these people have connections. This is not a coincidence. My birthday is November 13th, okay? The guy they placed in my life since childhood, who I was going out as a teenager up until a couple of years ago, his birthday was October 13th. Okay, numerology plays a big part in this. I am not smart enough right now to understand the numerology part, but I am not stupid, and I do have common sense. These people are big with numbers, okay? So, Anna Nicole Smith, Hollywood, Florida. Yeah, I was right. See, she died in Hollywood, Florida. She's at that casino hotel. What's the name of it? Let's see if I could just find it real quick. And the thing is, I don't know what they're looking to do with me. I know I'm chipped. I know these people are in my neighborhood, moved in all over. I know this has been happening since childhood now. I know they are, I believe they are doing this underground. I know there is such thing as the Greys. I mean, it was a dream that I had. I woke up with real tears. This was 10 years ago, okay? And it wasn't one time. Now, my father going home, I'm going to repeat the story real quick. So that happened at my father's house. When I left my father's house, he drove me home. On the way to my house, he said to me, he made a comment about aliens. And I said, oh, that's funny. And I laughed. I said to him, that's funny. I had a dream about aliens last night, but I couldn't see their face. All I remember is gray. Now, people, that was 10 years ago, and I never told anybody because I don't believe in aliens, okay? I never had the wanting to believe in aliens, but this is what's happening. There are such thing as the Greys, okay? And they did something to me. I don't know what they did, but they wiped my memory out from that day. I mean, nothing in my life, I have to repeat, is a coincidence. All right. I went to a masonry camp when I was a teenager. I thought masonry meant people that do construction. I don't know what the hell that is. People, it was right in front of my face. Wake up. So I'm not waking you up. You all know that there are Masons out there. You all know that sacrifice rituals are going on. What you are being conditioned and hoping and living in a fantasy land hoping that the bad is not going to happen, but the bad is here. They are cloning and it's happening underground. These people are different bloodlines, okay? There are pictures of other people's, these people that are celebrities, clones, lizards, under regular human being skin. All right, I wouldn't be sitting here. I'm somebody that never even told my dream to anybody. That was 10 years ago, and it wasn't the first time that happened to me, that experience. Never mentioned it because, but is it a coincidence that my father made an alien comment after? Because he knew. He is the others, okay? He's the others. I don't know if he's the others or if I just been, an experiment since birth, but it's something, people. Now, oh, yeah. So really quick on numbers, I want to go back to, oh, no, I wished, let's see, the 2008 Simpsons episodes. Oh, let me look on, All right, so basically, I wanted to show you really quick before I finish here that in 2008, there was an episode of The Simpsons. Now I can't even get back to YouTube. See, this is what I mean. I don't have time to sit here and do this, but you people need to wake up. So, 2008 Simpsons. Now, this is not the only Simpsons. It's Family Guy. Family Guy keeps predicting everything that is happening, and it's because they have knowledge, of future events. Oh my God, it's not working. Okay, 2008 Simpsons. Here we go. Here we go. You want to see this really quick? All right, this is to show you, I am not crazy, people. Wake up. So now there's a commercial.
Another example of how the so-called elite that own and control the media, the music industry, and Hollywood love to mock
now
the masses.
There's another point.
With this episode of The Simpsons that aired back in 2008 showing the death of Prince. I'll play the clip and I'll continue on a bit more.
Unfortunately, there are certain stars that won't do what we want. What's their problem? They're still alive. And then we thought, who's good at killing celebrities? Me! That's right. Homer, would you be willing to acquire some more accounts for us?
Psycho killer. They want to make you believe that these so-called celebrities.
Okay, so as you see there, that was Prince. This happened in 2008. Now, I told you, I'm really bad at numerology, but really quick, I can't remember how I figured it out. So 2008, Prince died, and 2008, The Simpsons episode came out. Now, we're in 2016. Prince just died. They already knew this event was going to happen. Okay, why? Because they already know they are the people behind the agenda. Okay, so if you take 2016 and you take away 2008, okay, so you'll get let's see. I don't remember how I figured it out. Okay, the bottom line is I got the number 6. All right, I can't think right now. It's just too much. I got to start putting it out there about this reptilian race. I have to put out there about cloning. I have to put out there about my situation, about who I am, what I'm going through, what's going on. And it's, this is really, 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 really bad situation. Okay, so before I end this, that was just, an example of predictive programming. And it's not only that episode. Family Guy stays having events. They already knew. If I could pull it up real quick, I'm going to see if I could get into Family Guy, World Trade Center. All right, let's see if I could pull that up.
And slaughter and body parts at the Boston Marathon. I'm going to show you 2 episodes of Family Guy. One just a month ago and another a decade ago. Less than 2 weeks before September 11, 2001. Both have mass murder as their theme. And the first is the Turban Cowboy episode, which was a few weeks ago. And the second is the kiss scene around the world. That was a couple of weeks before September 11. In the Turban Cowboy episode of the Boston, the early scene shows body parts and dead people at the Boston Marathon.
I'm Bob Costas, here with Boston Marathon winner Peter Griffin. Peter, how did you do?
The second scene shows Peter dressed as a Muslim detonating 2 bombs with text messages.
Damn phone's busted. Maybe I dialed wrong.
And in the same episode with the Boston Marathon runners getting killed and maimed. Both of those scenes are at the same episode a few weeks ago. On August 29, 2001, 13 days before 9/11, Family Guy ran an episode that starts off with mass media murderer who only targeted a news host.
The gunman has been identified as the notorious mass media murderer who targets members of the press.
Whoa.
And then it shows people jumping from buildings.
Oh my god, Neil, please don't jump.
And it shows the media mocking a person jumping to their death.
Good stuff, good stuff, good stuff, good stuff, good
And it
stuff.
shows the media making graphic splat noises.
Hey, have that cartoon sound effect guy cue up the... and then top it off with a...
And just food for thought, think about this clip in relationship to the last clip.
Neil, I'm sorry!
Meg? Uh-oh, there he goes.
A massive number of people fell, or were propelled from these ledges, and it was the emergency help on the ground was saying it was raining people. People were falling out of the air at the rate of 1 every 30 or 40 second. But that's not human nature to jump.
And if there's time before commercial, be ready with a...
And those poor firefighters they're trained to save lives. And they felt so helpless. I think there was even one that they had to watch because he wanted to go out and catch people.
There may have been some sort of commotion on the rooftop, but the real story was inside the mouths of Meg Griffin and Neil Goldman, where a meeting of the tongues, a summit of saliva, established a new world order of love.
July the 7th, 2005, 7 weeks before the London 7/7 bombing, Family Guy episode Blind Ambition showed all the characteristics of those bombings, including CCTV, men hid away and plotting attacks at dawn.
All right, we attacked the Rice Krispie guys at dawn.
All right, people. So I think you have the point here. I don't got to sit here and show you any bit more of Family Guy right now. There is something, I have to pull up evidence to put it in front of your face, because when the media does it, they are conditioning you with certain things. Look how conditioned yous are. Yous are sitting in front of Family Guy laughing at an episode of people falling out of a building, or laughing at that character who was Prince being murdered, and yous are so conditioned that when it actually happens, yous pay no attention to it, or you just feel like it's another sacrifice. But it is, you're the next sacrifice, and wake up. This is serious situation. I mean, these people are from a different bloodline. They are not of the human race. You know what that means? That means that, first of all, if you get impregnated with that bloodline, I can't go into it now. I don't have my notes. I do know your body will reject it.